Hello friends, this is lesson 12 of Big Data Hadoop with Python. In today's lecture we are going to cover the following topics. First we'll be discussing about MapReduce chaining, then we'll be using from MRJob MR steps, and we'll create multiple mappers and reducers, and we'll have an example for that. So let's start with the first topic, what is chaining or MapReduce chaining. So the process of combining multiple mappers and reducers to complete a job, which is better than putting everything in a single MapReduce job and making it very complex. So this is called chaining. Chaining means we are creating multiple mappers and reducers instead of using a single mapper and reducer. So it depends on the job. If the job is complex, so it is better to split the job into multiple tasks, and it is better to apply multiple mappers and reducers, so it may be so much efficient instead of using a single mapper and reducer. And a single mapper and reducer also you can apply and use, but it may be so much complex. Instead of that, to reduce the complexity and make it more understandable and simple, it is better to use multiple mappers and multiple reducers. So the process is called chaining. It is called MapReduce chaining. So let's see the logic as I explained in previous lectures also, friends. So mapper, you know, this is a function there within this MapReduce model. So the mapper function is actually used to pair the key with values. We have whenever the big data is given to this Hadoop cluster, so the mapper will first pair each word with some values. We have keys and values, so that is the function of mapper. So the output of the first mapper will be the input for the first reducer. So again, here the reducer job is to aggregate, combine, and also we can say sort and shuffle the values. So after that, the output of this one will be the input for the second mapper. So again, in the second mapper, maybe it is like applying some pairing, and after that the output is sent to the next or last reducer, and the last reducer will perform, and then it will provide the final answer, right? So for understanding this better, let's have a program here, and through the program it will be more understandable. So first I will open the terminal and I will connect to my user and say hd user, and here the password is 123. I will come to the root and then change the directory to home hd user. So from here, see, I will be using this time this data set, friends. So for this data set we have rank here, then we have discipline, PhD, survey 6, and here we have the salary. So we will be first computing the salary for each and every rank. So we have 3 ranks here. We have professor, then associative professor, and then we have assistant professor. So we have 3 ranks, and for these 3 ranks, first we will be finding the sum of the values, and among the sum then we will be computing or finding the maximum of them. So it means there are 2 tasks. First we have to compute the sum, and then the result of that will be sent to the another reducer, and from the last reducer we will be finding the max value. So how can we do this? First I have to upload this file to my local directory, here home directory. So it is on the desktop. I say cp means copy the file from home directory of bit 1 from its desktop, and there is something called salary. You take that and bring it to home directory of hd user. So now if I say, yeah, here is the file, it is uploaded. One thing else we have to do with the file, I will open the file with okay, sudo gedit, and then I will say salary, right? So I will give the password 123. Yeah, here we have the values, friends. These are the values. We are going to take the salary. Since the salary is number but the title for the salary is string, so that makes an error because the text cannot be added or subtracted from the number. It is better to remove the title. But one thing you have to remember, these values are separated by comma, and also you have to know the first value, this one the rank, this is index 0, this one is index 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this one is 5. This you have to remember. So I'm removing the titles because that is text and the values we need or the numbers, so there it will be then the problem. That's why I remove that, because we need the salary, and salary is in 5th index and rank is in 0 index. I will save it. Yeah, then I will close that. Then okay, I will close the file, this one also. So what we'll do, I will open the mapper. If you remember in previous lecture we wrote here, it is the mapper, this is the mapper. So just I will edit that only. So how can we do that? So I say okay, sudo gedit, then mapper, right? So this time I'm not assigning the values like this. The values will be directly taken from the file. I will remove this and I will change this one to, instead of words, it is better to say record. And here the values, you saw that they were separated by comma, so I put here comma, the values are separated by comma. And then here you have to be careful, I'm writing here printing, and the values I want to print is then tab. This tab you have to remember, because there in the reducer again we will be using the tab and separating the keys and values. So again is, and here percentage, and we say record. From record 0 index I want, from 0 index means the rank, and then again from the record I will take this time the 5th one. So the 5th one, you know, that is the salary. So we have two values, this one is considered as key and this one is considered as value. So this is the function of mapper, to pair the keys and values. So this is the way how to pair it. So the values between in key and values, or they are separated by tab here. Saving it and closing the file. Here we will test it whether it is working or not. I say okay, cut, and file is salary, and then I put here Python and then mapper, whether it is working or not. Yeah, it is working. The values are mapped and they are paired. So this is the rank and this is the salary, they are all paired. Now we will use the reducer here. I will edit the reducer also. Okay, so first it is better to say the rank here, rank, and this one is not the count, this one is, I say it is salary, it is equal to 0. Here the values were separated by, we put their tab, so here also the values, the key and value, they were splitted by tab. So here I say this is not count, this is salary, which is coming from the mapper, and this one is nothing but the rank, which is coming from there. And also it is better because we have to change the values, the salaries first to something called float or integer. I have to apply typecasting. So for that I will use this one also, try and catch block. It is better to use. Here again I will say except and value error. If there is an error, then what you have to do, you continue. Right, this much. I will change it to float, no problem. You can change it to float, integer, anything. Now here what we'll do, here we say if the rank is equal to the same rank which is already there, rank. So what you do, you just increment the salary of that, or sum the salary, you just add the salary. And here if rank is true, it means it is there, you just print them. So this is rank, and here this is the salary, right? I hope it is right. It is not. Okay, here again we have salary is equal to new salary, which is coming from the standard input, and here this one is the rank, and I will remove this also. I will change it to rank. Then I will take the copy of this, Control C, and paste it here also, because these two are all the same. I say rank. This is for the last record. If there is any last record, that will be also included. If this is not there, that will be excluded. So I save the file and close it. Right now I will clear the screen. here I say okay, cat salary, then I say Python. First I will take my mapper, right? Then I will sort the values. Here I have to use this one. Okay, again I will put the Python, and this time I'm using reducer. And now let's see. Oh, count is not defined. Yeah, count, it is not count, it was salary. We have to change that to salary because this is not count. Salary, and salary is changed to float number. So it is changed, and now let's see here. Yeah, the values are printed here. So we have associated professors, so the total salary for them is this much. Then we have assistant professors, and for them we have this much. And then we have the professors, and for them we have this much salary, maybe monthly or per year. So what we have to do, among them we have to find the maximum. So that if we are doing, so we have to create another reducer. So this output, of the first reducer will be the input for the next reducer. How can we do that? So I will create another new reducer. I will change it to, okay, let me take the copy of this also for saving the time. Control C, and then here I will come, I will change this one to 1. I will paste it, and I will do some, these things are not required things. So yeah, I will remove all these things here. Yeah, the values which are coming from there, first one which is coming, it is the rank. Yeah, the second one which is coming, it is the salary, and they were separated, okay, through the tab. What we have to do here, I will change this one to max rank, and this one is to max salary. It will be better. Then here just a simple condition we have to put and say if this max salary, which is equal to 0, if this is less than the salary which is coming from the previous reducer, if it is less than that, what will happen? This next salary, this max salary, should be equal to that. Yeah, this much only difference. And at the same time, what will happen? We have to take the rank also. I say max rank is also equal to this new rank. This much, just it is saved, and now I'm going to print them here. Okay. /s, and then tab I will put again this one, and here we have these two values. What is the first? Max rank, and then max of salary, right? This much only. So this is reducer 1. I will close this and clear the screen, and first I will run my first mapper in reducer and see the output of that is this much. So again at the end of this, again I'm using here pipeline and then Python. If you want to sort it, it is also better to sort, otherwise it is already sorted. Let me put sort here also. Then again I'm saying Python, and this time again I'm using reducer 1, because one reducer is already here and this is the second reducer. This time if I'm running, so see among these three the maximum is this one. So here actually the concept is how to use multiple mappers in reducers. So this is the way you can use multiple mappers and reducers. So I have created how many? Here we have one mapper. So the output of this one is fit to this mapper. So reducer. So the output of this reducer is given to the last reducer, and that reducer is computing the maximum among these three values, right? So I hope you understood. Now let me create another file here, and I will be using this time MRJob from this library and MR steps, but here we don't, the procedure is a little bit different. You will be understanding this also. Let me, okay, sudo gedit. If you remember in previous lecture we created a program called word count program. I will open the same and I will just paste this program here for saving time. Okay, Control C, and here I will come and paste it here. Let's see here, friends. Here is the logic a little bit different from that one. Here I'm using from MRJob the steps, and here you know that how to install it. Is a library within Python. You have to install it, and this is my class. And you know, in MRJob both the mapper and reducers are within the same class, so I'm inheriting from this predefined class. And here we say, okay, define the steps and return. Here is the first mapper and reducer, and this one is the second mapper and reducer. This one is important, you have to remember MR step. So here we have the mapper. So this is the name which I have given here, mapper salary, which is actually mapping the salary to the rank. Then here we will find the sum of those salaries. Then we will give that to the next mapper. The next mapper is not required, but it is, since it is required here to use, otherwise it is not required, because we need only this output to be fed to last reducer, and in last reducer it will find the maximum of that. So from previous program there, what we wrote here, the values are again split it through the comma. They are all stored in this list, and I say take the rank and take the salary, and they are converted to float, and they are sent to this reducer, and this reducer it will find the sum of those values, and we have the keys, and these keys and values all together will be sent to this last reducer. So in last reducer it will find the maximum of that. So I save the program and I close it, and here let me run the program here again. So this time you have to change, because it is MRJob, I say word count, and here you have to give the name of the file. Yeah, see, it is finding the maximum salary and the maximum values which is given to the rank professors, right? Now how to run this program on this one, Hadoop environment or Hadoop cluster. So you know the procedure. First you have to like run the services, GPS if I'm using, so they are all off. Start, you have to use start/all, then sh, the services will be running. Then after that you have to like create a folder or directory there and upload the file, and then run the job there, and then download it from there. Yeah, so this time I will, okay, GPS if I'm using, yeah, all the services are running. So Hadoop fs, then I have ls user, and then I'm using hd user. Let me see what do we have here. Yeah, these are the files which we have uploaded already, but this time I want to upload the file which is here. This one I want to upload the salary. How to upload that? Hadoop fs, then you have to use put instead of get. Get is used for downloading. So user hd user, and there let me put it there. Okay, let it be there in the same direction. So the file, oh sorry, the file I didn't mention which is the file. Here we have to say this file I want. Okay, the salary file you upload. Now the file is uploaded. Let me see whether it is uploaded or not. Instead of this port I'm using here ls, and then we'll see the file is 0. Yeah, it is here. The file is uploaded. Now how to run the program? For running the program I will use Python, right? And that was word count, if you remember, or then Hadoop, then here hdfs, and here this one I have to use, then user hd user, sorry, hd user. So then within this hd user I have something called salaries. The spelling should be correct, friends, comma separate values csv file it is. So whether we want to store the output or not, if you want to store the output, you mention the output also like this, output, and then you give it is equal to, you store it in the same directory, user hd user, right? And here you give something name, or automatically it will store it there. So let me run it and see the output in there. So this is using MRJob. If you're using like normal mapper and reducer, so you have to include the jar file also there, like Hadoop jar, and include the whole path and include this file. Then you specify the mapper, the reducer, the input, the output. That will be done. So see friends, here we have two steps. We have step 1 and step 2 because we are having two mappers and two reducers, so it is taking some time. Also the file, it depends upon the file, the size of the file, it will be taking some time. Yes, see the second step is also run there. So what is the problem? Okay, the problem friends is here because we have already a name there. Yeah, step 2 failed. What is the problem? Why it is failed? Yeah, maybe the reason is friends here the output directory. It says okay, let me first remove this one, whether it is showing the output or not, and then we'll store the output with it. This time I'm not creating folder for the output, so simply it will directly display the output here. And then after that you can save the output also within a folder. Okay. Yeah, the second step is also running here. Now let's see whether it is there any error or something. No, error is not there, the output or yeah, see the output is shown here for us. This is the output. But if you want to store the output, I think there was something, maybe spelling mistake was there, something, or I don't know. So I use the same directory user, hd user. In here I will create a new folder like out1 or out only, right? I will store the output there. Maybe that was a problem, or maybe spelling mistake, something was there before. So it is showing us this was the output. This time I'm going to store the output within a file, and then we'll download the file also to the local machine. Yeah, so this is the first step because we have two steps there. So first step is now running the first mapper and reducer. It means it finds the rank, and for each rank the sum of salaries, and the output of that will be sent to the next reducer. Yeah, this is the second step is now running. 2 of 2, that was 1 of 1, 1 of 2, this is 2 of 2. It means the first mapper and reducer is completed successfully. Now it is running the second one. See, it is showing us here successfully it is completed. Now the output of that is given to the last one. So okay, yeah, see, it is this time it is not showing, but it is giving us the directory where the file is stored, the output file. It is saying you go to this directory, you have the file there. I will take the copy of this, okay, Control C, and here I say Hadoop fs, then ls, right, and then I will paste here and see whether the file is there or not, output file. Yeah friends, this is output file, it is created. Now how to see the output here? I'll say port followed by 5 zeros, and instead of ls I will put here cat, right? I want to see the contents. Yeah, it is here, right? This is the output. Now if you want to download it, you just use Hadoop fs, then instead of get instead of put you have to use git. Where you want to take it is in this directory. Okay, sorry, it was user let me take the copy. Where was that? Yeah, it is here. Control C, I will paste it here, Control V, sorry, here, and then I say port, then followed by 5 zeros. So it will be downloaded to where I say home of HD user. You just download it there, and there I think I have a file already. Maybe it is giving us another error because the file is already there. Yeah, it is saying the file is already there. So what we say, okay, let me remove that, remove port 1. So it is removed. Now I will run it, this time it will download it. Yeah, I say ls, yeah, the file is, yeah, this is the output. I want to see the contents, so cat port, yeah, this is the output, friends. Then I will stop the services, stop/all, then sh. So this is the way, friends, how to upload and how to run. Here actually we talked about how to use multiple mappers and reducers. I hope you understood, and I give 2 examples, one for multiple mappers and reducers without using MRJob, and one for using MRJob. And this is the concept how they are working, and the process is called MapReduce chaining. So I hope you understood all these things. Thank you, friends.